those who dedicate their lives to protecting ours, we send our thanks and offer complimentary admission to any busch gardens or SeaWorld park.
That's awesome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Morgan, and this is Amy with our rescued American Bald Eagle Rainier. On behalf of all of us here at SeaWorld, we would like to take this moment to show our support to the men and women of our armed forces. And through these difficult times, those first responders who have worked tirelessly to help fight this worldwide pandemic. We proudly welcome you and your families, and at this time ask any members, past or present, of the United States military, as well as our other allies and those first responders from around the world, to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring these men, women, and their families.
The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and is essential to all life, both in the sea and on the land. There's one animal that is the perfect ambassador for the ocean, and that's the Orca, or killer whale. In just a few minutes, you'll meet SeaWorld's killer whales. First though, let's find out more about these remarkable animals. Orca, or the killer whale, is the most widely distributed mammal on Earth. They can be found throughout the ocean, all around the world, including in the Arctic, the Atlantic, the Southern, the Indian, and the Pacific Oceans. No other single marine species lives in as many different ocean habitats or is as directly reliant on as many different types of marine life as the killer whale. More than any other marine animal, the Orca is the very embodiment of our shared global ocean. Until about 2 decades ago, scientists didn't know that there were actually several different varieties or ecotypes of killer whales. With effort and observation, however, we discovered that there are actually 10 distinct ecotypes, each differing in size, behavior, diet, lifestyle, and appearance. A striking characteristic of the orca is their black and white skin. This camouflage is called disruptive coloration. In a murky environment, this coloration can make them difficult to detect. Killer whales are counter-shaded. Their top surface is darker than their surface underneath. From below, looking up, they blend in with the light from above. From above, looking down, they're invisible against the dark depths. Killer whales are warm-blooded and breathe air just like we do. Killer whales are the largest members of the Delphinidae, or dolphin family. As you can see, they have impressive physical characteristics. Orcas have keen eyesight, both above and below the water. The dorsal fin of an adult male can be up to 6 feet in height. The powerful pectoral flippers and tail fluke can propel them through the water at a high rate of speed with great maneuverability. Their top speed is nearly 30 miles per hour. Killer whales use echolocation to hunt and to communicate. Communication is also accomplished through tail slaps, breaching, and vocalizations. You'll experience a variety of natural killer whale behaviors during orca encounter today. We ask our whales to replicate natural behaviors such as breaching, spy hopping, and tail snaps. While awe-inspiring and entertaining for our guests, these behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales in our care. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orcinus orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as the general health of the prey populations and habitats on which killer whales depend suffer due to changes in the environment. In just a few moments, you'll encounter SeaWorld's killer whales and learn even more about these fascinating animals. As the most widely distributed mammal on Earth, the killer whale is uniquely positioned to represent the beauty, power, and fragility of the ocean.
Hello everyone, my name is Leah, and on behalf of our killer whale training team, I'd like to welcome you to Orca Encounter. Being a part of SeaWorld's mission is more than just a job. We're proud of what we do, and it is a privilege to care for, teach, and learn from these amazing killer whales. We're honored to be able to share the relationships we've built with them and all we've learned with you today. We all recognize a new way of doing things, like wearing our face masks and social distancing. We'd like to thank you for your patience and cooperation as we safely navigate this process. We'd like to remind you that properly worn face masks are required during Orca Encounter. At the end of Orca Encounter, please remain seated. Our operation ambassadors are going to help each section of the stadium exit in a safe and timely manner. And now, we hope you enjoy Orca Encounter.
Blue expanse, critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
You hear
of our killer whale family, showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving ability. These behaviors keep the whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world. We're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer. And powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the whales working together in unison. These synchronized movements help strengthen their social bonds and have them problem solve as a group. This is just one of the many reasons that killer whales are considered the top predator of the ocean. Their scientific name is Orca. Their common name is killer whale. Here at SeaWorld, they have their own individual names. Joining us out here are Katina, Nalani, and Malia. And we also have two male killer whales, Trua and Makayo. Makayo is our youngest at 10 years old, and Nalani and Makayo's mother, Katina, is our oldest. She is 44 years old. She's also the matriarch, or leader of our pod. Our killer whales trust us, and that allows us to train some amazing behaviors. But the most important behaviors that the animals know are their husbandry or healthcare behaviors. These guys take an active role in their own health and well-being. So today, we'd like to demonstrate a few of those husbandry behaviors for you. So this is Nalani hanging out with Amy, and we're going to show you how we would get a voluntary blood sample from the animals. You can see Amy asked for Nalani's tail. Not only does this give us a great look at the animal's entire body, but easy access to the veins that can be found on the white underneath side of her tail flukes. Now our veterinarians draw blood proactively once a month. You can see Amy giving Nalani nice tail rubs. This is a great way to reinforce them for staying nice and calm during a procedure like a blood draw, and also a great way to build our relationship with the animals. Drawing blood is just one way to check that our animals are staying healthy. Another important diagnostic is weighing them. We have a killer whale size scale in one of our back pools. So we're going to demonstrate by having the whales slide up into this slide out, just like how they would on the scale. Now for this, we're going to be seeing Katina and Malia. Malia is our 13-year-old female. She weighs over 4,000 pounds. And Katina on the right is our full-grown female at 44 years old, and she weighs over 5,000 pounds. You can see from their dorsal fin to their tail flukes is still resting in the water. This is referred to as the peduncle. It's a very strong, very muscular part of the animal, and with it in the water, we're not weighing the entire whale. So to solve that, we're going to ask Katina and Malia to lift up their tails. Now we're weighing the entire animal and getting an accurate weight, because we want to make sure our younger whales like Malia are growing appropriately, and that our adult whales like Katina are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Give me some.
Hi everyone, I'm over here on the left-hand side of the stadium. Play and observational learning are critical in the life of a killer whale. From the moment they're born, they're watching mom and might follow the leader with other members of their pod to learn necessary life skills. So we're gonna put that to the test today with Katina. We're gonna see if she can copy you guys sitting right here in the front row. She's gonna watch you and copy what you showed her. You guys wanna give it a try? All right, so I want you guys to stand up right where you're at. Thank you for wearing your masks. And on the count of 3, put your hands straight up in the air and wave them. 1, 2, 3. Hands straight up, wave them. Perfect. And Katina's got it. Awesome. Thanks, guys. You can go ahead and have a seat. So you can see Katina was paying really close attention to you. Killer whales are curious animals, and they can often be seen spy hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better look at their environment. So Malia, who was just hanging out of the slide out, is going to demonstrate that by doing a sighting down at stage. And it looks like Katina's going to join here. Awesome! So you know what? That was a really cool jump. And now we're going to hang out with Melissa over here on the right-hand side of the stadium to show off an even bigger jump we call a side reach. Now it looks like we have some audience members that are going to help Amy out. Perfect! I think they're going to bid for the hand signal. Now, killer whales will reach for a variety of reasons, whether it's to play, to scratch an itch, but also to announce their presence. Hey, I am here, which Milani is about to do with a great big splash. Let's hear it out there for Milani, Malia, Katina, and our audience participants. Through SeaWorld's research and observation, we've been able to shed light on many mysteries about the killer whale. For example, we now know that a female killer whale is pregnant for 17 months. That kind of information would be impossible to gain in the wild. There is some information, however, that can only be obtained through field observation, and this is why SeaWorld partners with NOAA and the Norwegian Orca survey to further our knowledge of killer whales. Killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will teach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
So killer whales create waves to hunt, and they use their tail flukes to stun their prey. You're about to get a demonstration. For the whales, it's a fun activity session. And for you, it's time to get wet. amazing athletes, and they can eat up to several hundred pounds of food in a day. In the wild, their diets vary depending on time of year and their chosen prey. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassadors of the ocean, limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference. All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
All around the world, it's a brand new day.
colored flag.